Did you kill your aunt, Miss Jordan? But the answer to that is obvious. She could not look at me so clearly. All other questions would be irrelevant, except one. The question that I see in your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Just exactly what has the prosecution proved to you? That Miss Vera Edwards was robbed and killed, or killed and robbed, that I don't even know. Beyond that, too, your prosecutor has failed you. Mr. Marshall, at the beginning of this trial, promised you the when, where, why, and how of this crime. The one word he forgot was who. It's the word which circumstantial evidence can never prove.
Here we go. Mr. X again.
That's the question I see in your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. If she didn't do it, who did? Who did? Even I ask it. Even my client asks it. If I didn't do it, who did? The state has tried very hard to prove to you that no one else could have committed this crime. But I would like to refer you to the state's own testimony. May I have the transcript, Your Honor, please?
Don't worry, there's no loophole.
One of the points the prosecutor made was that as Mr. X had phoned a few minutes after 9, Mr. X could certainly not have been present at the house at the time Miss Edwards was killed because he was killed earlier. Didn't Miss Jordan say to him on the phone, something's happened? Now, on the surface, this could seem quite clever of the prosecutor. But I quote now that eminent state medical witness, Dr. Griffith, questioned by the prosecutor, then in summation you would say that the time of Miss Edwards' death was not earlier than 8 p.m., not later than 9. Answer by the doctor. I can and do between 8 and 9 o'clock, Mr. Marshall. So then, ladies and gentlemen, let us say that Mr. X most certainly could have been in the house earlier and called back at 9, couldn't he? He could have been the murderer, too, couldn't he? And Thelma Jordan, when he arrived, could have become suspicious that it was Mr. X that killed her aunt. Why else was she in bed later, feigning sleep, sick at heart at her discovery? Why has she been silent so long? Was it out of some loyalty? Or fear? Or because she loves him? Who knows just exactly what is in a woman's heart? But, ladies and gentlemen, if there is the slightest doubt in your mind, if you think for one single instant that somebody else might have committed this crime, even if there was the slightest physical possibility of it, you cannot convict Thelma Jordan. Interest his case.
Spellbinder, Mr. X, hooey.
Come on, Jordan. Judgment Day.
Good luck, Thelma. If you win, spit in the prosecutor's eye.
Prosecutor, persecutor. And if you get together with a Mr. X, they'll bring him around sometime.
Well, Jordan, if you don't come back, we'll miss you. And if you do, well, then we'll drive with you over to Tehachapi. Maybe on the way I'll be able to find out something about you.
Now, get ready, get ready. You think you'll be acquitted, Miss Jordan?
Well, this is the last time we'll have to make this trick.
Now in session, Honorable Jonathan David Hancock, Judge presiding. Please be seated.
Mrs. Ash has been crying. There's some hope.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. The defendant will rise and face the court.
The people of the state of California versus Thelma Jordan, defendant, case 124-1206. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant not guilty.
I've got away with it. Don't take it so hard. It's only a lawsuit. Next time you'll have had the experience.
Okay, I'm so tired. Now that this is over, couldn't you talk to me?
I'll phone you tomorrow. How about a statement, Mr. Marshall? See, Scott. Don't leap over the tennis net? Bad sport.
Just told him the best man won, didn't we?
Don't know what you mean.
Maybe I'm wrong.